The transmission from someone who's awake can open you right up and help set you free. It can allow you to have clarity. And that's what I got with Osho. Gayani.
Hi, Vishrant. There are several reasons why I like to talk to you. The first one being that I'm scared to do it. Like, it's always getting better as soon as we talk, but that's a thing that I've been observing within myself with other male role models as well. So that's the most obvious reason, like the most imminent one.
When your mind really works out what I am, it will become more scared.
I think that plays into it too.
I remember looking into Osho's eyes and terror arose because I saw the emptiness. And then in some of my Advaita Vedanta teachers' eyes, I looked into them and I saw the emptiness, and terror arose because it's just vast nothingness. And it reminded me a great deal of when I was at the Royal Perth Zoo in south of Perth, and I looked into the alligator's eyes, and it was the same emptiness.
Yeah. See, another reason is I've been searching for truth like a long time. I've been in the presence of Sadhguru twice before, but obviously you can't have a chat with him. And
You just got to have a reason to have a chat. I mean, when I was with Osho, you couldn't have a chat with him either, but I found a way. There's always a way. If you're determined, there's always a way.
yeah, that's true. And from my perspective, it's less about the chat than about the energy. Like,
it's all about the energy.
Yeah.
It's all about transmission. It is. People think it's about the words and the conversation, but it's not. It's about the transmission. The transmission from someone who's awake can open you right up and help set you free. It can allow you to have clarity. And that's what I got with Osho. Within a year and a half of talking to him, I walked into my companies and gave them to my staff. 14 offices of furniture as well, because I decided that my heart and the pursuit of my heart was more important than making money.
I feel that I did quit my job for it. At some point, I will have to take care of earning money, but I'm working toward that. I want to do it by serving heart. I can't, like, I was a software engineer, and I don't feel like I can do that anymore.
I understand. It's very heady. It keeps you here. Yeah, I went into, after 4 years, I went back to school and trained as a naturopath and a psychotherapist so I could have some skills to serve people with. Because I wanted to be in service too. I wanted to serve heart. And I had given up on enlightenment because Bhagwan had passed and he was my master, and I felt that enlightenment wasn't possible for me without him.
I feel that it is possible for me.
Oh yeah, it's possible for you.
I think that's also something that scares me about the presence of a master. Like, your presence, like I'm glad to see that it works via Zoom, but like, it feels very similar to Sadhguru's presence, which I know is basically the same presence.
Same presence, same as Osho's, same as Sadhguru's. same as Gautama the Buddha, there is no individual beingness. It's all one, and it's the same presence always. Same. The body's different, the mind might be different, and the way it's delivered the story, but it's the same, because we are one. And you spoke of this lifetime being a seeker. There is a very good chance you've had many lifetimes as a seeker. Otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I'm actually, like, I like jnana yoga, like I know that I know nothing, I don't believe anything, and I don't believe anything not. But I feel very strongly, and it's like it's like memories starting to press into my life, although I'm trying to avoid it.
Ah. Yeah, that also happened to me. Yeah. When I got introduced to Osho, I was a businessman. I used to wear a three-piece suit. I was into making money. I was really good at it. And I went and did a group, and in the group I felt like I was called to come and be with him. I was called to take sannyas. So I took sannyas, swapped my three-piece suit for orange robes and beads, became a dropkick hippie, and tried to pretend to be one for a while, but it just didn't work. It wasn't me. And then went to America to see him and sat in his presence. And the first year I was with him, I didn't feel him that strongly because he was still a long way away, like 50 meters or more. And the next year I went to see him, stayed for 4 months, and boy, he knocked my socks off. He was very powerful.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Like Sadhguru, who was impossible to get to. He had thousands of people around him. But he was very interested at the time in getting his story out through the press. And I was a journalist. Well, I owned a publishing company in Perth. And so I rang up the New York Bulletin and told them that the National Guard were looking like they were going to come over the fence. And I was a journalist from Australia. Did they want to hire me? Because I was there. And they said yes. And I said, well, send that back to the press box at 𝐬𝐸𝐴𝐺𝐸. And they did. And then I got an interview with Osho. I got to talk to him for 40 minutes. And that terrified the hell out of me. Man, he blew my mind. I did not know what enlightenment was until I spoke to him. I had no idea. I just thought he was really, really wise, really smart. I didn't know what enlightenment was. I didn't know he could stop my mind, and he did. While I was on camera, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's something different. It's just something different. The last thing I want to share is, like, I don't want to take too much time. I came across your videos just like 2 weeks ago, and I watched a lot of them. And just watching them, I feel like a lot is falling off of me, just like that.
What sort of videos were you watching?
Mainly the satsangs.
Whose satsangs?
Yeah, yours, like, I think the public ones like this.
I thought you might be watching the Star Wars episodes or something like that. I found them brilliant, you know.
I'm watching them too, of course, but
Of course. There's a transmission that occurs through the voice and through the presence that has the ability, if you let go into it, to take you apart, to take away all the things that are in the way. And that's actually what I did. I used the energy field of Osho and the energy field of my Advaita Vedanta teachers to undo me. I surrendered to it over and over again until there was nothing left. It's an entry point. Someone who's awake is like a big black hole that everything is pouring into. And if you surrender, you pour into it and you find yourself as the vast universe, which is what happened to me.
I think I've experienced that. a while ago, 2 or 3 times. It's
nice.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, nice is an understatement. Yeah.
And yeah,
You see, I talk to people because that's where they're at. They need to be spoken to. But the truth is, I live as silence. And if people really want to meet me, they have to meet me in silence and stillness. Because that's actually what we are. That's symptoms of our true nature. Silence and stillness. So you are very welcome.
thank you.
Another part of myself coming home. Lovely. Nice to talk to Gianni.
Nice to talk to you too.
Okay.